Houston Center for Contemporary Craft has opened its fall season with a pair of intriguing exhibitions. Curatorial Fellow Catherine Hall introduces us to the Maker's Archive.
This exhibition features ceramist Tiber Newcomer. It's a solo exhibition that functions as both archive and pilgrimage site. Together, both gilded niches that feature different tools as well as life-size recreations of different makers' workspaces work to convey the transcendental nature between the maker and their tool.
For artist Tiber Newcomer, everything old can be new again.
These objects are still relevant in today's society. We have this idea that the newest, greatest, best things are the newest, greatest, best things. But in reality, a lot of times an older tool, an older object might make a better mark. It might do it in a quiet manner so that you can still think about what you're making. And in those ways, it kind of gives you a quiet dialogue between what's happening between the maker and the object. And so I think that's what I want people to kind of take away, that they're not just decor, they are still relevant. You can still use them as a tool. Because if you're not using them as a tool, then that's not their definition anymore. They've changed what that is. So that's kind of what I hope to take away.
The main gallery features sprawl, an exhibit that challenges visitors to re-examine a controversial term.
Sprawl, which usually has a very negative connotation, isn't as straightforward or clear-cut, but the sprawl in Houston enables a lot of really interesting and complex relationships that you don't get other places. We've tried to allude to some of the different ways that it can react, but I think the most important piece of our intellectual idea about this exhibition is that it has no real one takeaway. We've tried to present a number of different works that anybody coming into it at any different point, there are backpacks that are shaped like historic buildings, the oldest retail buildings in Houston. You can wear your city in those. Anybody can get those. There's jewelry, there are all kinds of different things. And the idea is that you see all of these works together, and it makes you start thinking, and it makes us realize that this is our city, and we can do something with it. So what we've tried to do with this exhibition is less say, this is what sprawl is, or this is how you should think about it, but hey, let's take a moment. Here is some space for contemplation of this hotly contested topic.
Norwood Viviano's contribution to sprawl brings flat statistics to life.
The piece behind me is made up of 24 blown glass forms. Each is a representation of 24 major American cities. I think that the numbers exist, and numbers tend to be, even though they're concrete, they're also kind of abstract in terms of a form and on a page. And so I was interested in taking those numbers and turning them into something that was representative of the information, and then turning the drawings on the wall into something three-dimensional, I think makes the information much more potent, makes it something that, representing a three-dimensional, representing something that's numeric as a three-dimensional form makes you have to engage it or interact with it in a different way. And I find that people are much more interested in talking about it.
For more information about these exhibits and special events, visit the Center's website at www.crafthouston.org. For Artbeat, I'm Stacee Hawkins.